That's brilliant. So, give me a minute to put my life together. I know, I haven't streamed in a while. Actually, probably since the weekend. So I guess things are just a little weird right now. Where'd my camera go? There we go. Oh, man. Get to see all my hair just kind of all over the place. Oh, my cameras are not where they're supposed to be. Okay, so... my hair is a wild mess, but that's okay. I'm home. It's allowed to be. I am getting myself together here and now. I'm like, where's my camera? Right. Okay, so it's been a while, and as you will know, we have begun work on a new this camera now so you can actually see what in the world I'm doing. New comic book, which is called The Night Is Our Victory. We are working on Act 1. I managed to get one extra page over the weekend, and it was not easy to do, let me tell you, because I'm in the middle of classes and getting assignments done, so it was a little touch and go, but I think I've got to a good spot with that one page. And I also got a new camera stand, which I mentioned last stream I needed a new camera stand. So hopefully this will allow us to actually see the full image without me having to maneuver and manipulate things. So I don't have to say, oh, you can't see what I'm doing right now. Let me move the page over. So hopefully the way the camera is set up right now, you'll be able to see what's going on. So let me get myself together. How are you today? It's been a weekend, and mostly because of work and classes. Had a couple papers to turn in over the weekend, and I did them, I just didn't turn them in on time, which is really not the ideal way to do that. I also am taking out the twist, so that is why my hair just looks the way that it does. We can put this under control somehow or another. Come here. Just see, that way it don't look so bad. I kind of want to go back to putting my hair up like this anyway, so that's that. Just a moment, I'm gonna do a thing real quick. y'all, I am tired. I am so sleepy. Okay. Sure, I got everything. Almost. Got my water. I think I'll do some drawing tonight. I should feel good. So the only thing I'm really going to be working on tonight is finishing up these last 4 pages. I know tonight is usually Technic night, and I had something in mind that I wanted to do. We'll see if I have the energy to do it. But let's just get through these first 4 pages. It'll be something entirely different, nothing at all related to the book, but that was my original plan. I wanted to actually do some acrylic painting tonight, just to play around with an idea that I had, which is exactly what Artist Technic is for these Tuesday nights. However, I need to finish these pages. So that is going to be the focus tonight, and that is what I'm going to do. Let me get my pencil. Okay. So, oh, and you know what? We have to test and make sure that the camera works. So let's just go to the canvas. Alright. This is what we are seeing. I need to move this thing. That is not helpful. Hold on. You're still seeing what Captioner should be seeing. Let's just turn that off for now. I'm going to fix my monitor and my camera here. There we go. Push that back. And of course you can see the camera right here. So just a little bit more. Alright. You know what? I can live with that. I don't have the camera in my face directly, and you can see the entire sheet of paper that I'm working on. A little zoomed out, but you can see it. Okay, so next, let's get our captions going. We're going to start captioning. Excuse me. If Captioner is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Captioner says, Captain Ray's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Okay. I think it's up. But now I just gotta get it back into the scene. I'm going to try to enunciate a little more. Once I can get this thing working. Okay, took a little bit. Should be good now. Yes, excellent. Okay, captions are up. We're ready to begin. Okay. Continue. Okay, good. We are where we are supposed to be. Okay. I may have to move my desk mat out of everything in order to... Okay, there we go. I'm going to readjust everything on my desk since I had to bring everything forward. Okay, let's do it. So the first thing I want to do is show you the page that we had. So that was the final page that I did off stream. So what we have here is our little woodsy guy, our twig familiar, standing on the body of one of the victims, I guess we can call them. I don't know. Well, she's dead now. And our people here just kind of standing back here. So, and I'm so happy that you can actually see this. Like, it does my heart really, really good. It does really good things for me right here to know that you can see the entire image as opposed to just a small part of it. So this is the last page. This is the most recent page that I did, which I did off stream. I was hoping that I could have all the last 5 pages done. I have 4 more to do. Would have had all of those done by yesterday so that for yesterday's stream, we'd be inking right now. Or at least we would have been through the inking phase. That did not happen because I had to finish my papers. So everything obviously got pushed back a little bit. But, you know, we'll be back tomorrow with more. So hopefully we can get through the next 4 pages tonight. So that way tomorrow when I go live, hey, we can actually go right for the inking and just get through that. So, and on Friday. Alright, so there's that. So what I need to really think through right now is what comes after this page. We are adding 8 pages to this story. And the way this story was written down, there is no real script to it. It's just kind of, I mean, a lot of it is kind of stream of consciousness. So it's a stream of consciousness book, we can say. So what happens with a book that's like that and we want to add pages to it? Well, just like I did at the beginning of the last stream where I actually started the pencils, I kind of have to talk my way through it. I've kind of got a block here, and it's only because there are a bunch of things that I would like to have and would like to show in the next 4 pages that I don't know what to show. What needs to happen is I need to go back to, you know, what happens in the story itself. So let's pull up our reference, which are originals, which is this guy right here. So now you can see the whole cover. Isn't that amazing? This winter there have been so many incursions from the human settlement than they can stand, and so a small troop has gone forth and destroyed it, only to find that some escaped and are now gathering items from the forest with which to return home. So we are looking at this from the perspective of the Wraith, who are really just defending their home. And, like, I had some really great ideas of how I want this story to proceed up into the death of winter and the final act. So, but that doesn't really do anything for what should the next page be. So if we know that this is where we are on this page, like the next page after this should be some type of action-y sequence or something. It should be something a little more telling than just this. So of course I'll be thinking my way through this whole process. I appreciate you being here. So now I can, like I said, show you what this whole thing looked like, or looks like, whichever. see the full image. Maybe I do go back to the original and see what's here. See what's happening on all of these pages. So if everybody's walking away, Here's the tale of retribution and victory in the dark of night, a merciless ambush and a united force of dark-clad wraith sylph descending upon the wretched defilers of their mystic home. I kind of went a little hard with that one, but you know what? I can do that. I'm looking at... This is the opening image for Act 2, Issue 1. Act 2 opens with Act 2 opens effectively with the death of the king. So I mean, originally it opened with the procession, but here's where it gets a little dicey. I said, I don't really know what to do. So I will need to look at this, consider this image. I'm going to put that over there right now. And this image. Do I want to bridge these two? How do I do that? Actually, maybe what I'm thinking is that we focus on these two characters here, because this character is important. Crucial to the story, important. Like, he is effectively our storyteller in a way. Is that how I want to do that, though? Yay, eraser. Actually, there's an idea. I know you can't see the idea yet. So we do this, we have his hands just like that. I know, it's a really simple scene, but it's getting me going, and I think this needs to be here. As like, it's an added page, or an added scene to this, so... Just had an idea for another that I think actually will work. Out of the way, mouse. Take that. Depth to this room. This throne is what we're seeing here. Over here. No, I don't like that. That's not how that should look. I like the trees. That's what they are. I like those there. Put a third one back here. Go ahead and put a ring of trees right here. Why not? as always, we get our backgrounds in. This is kind of a jump in scenes, and I don't like it. I need to do this better. How do we go from this to this? Maybe we make this the last page. Maybe knowing who these people become, we, instead of trying to link the story to the old version, we link it to where we know it should be going. So maybe not this or that other page. So we're going to clean this up a bit. I think I need my brush. Don't even use it. Okay. What was I going to do? And I lose it just that fast. Oh my goodness. Or like I have her into the stream and I have not really drawn anything. It's not a good look. I just need to focus. Alright, so let's focus. Let's figure this out. We'll get these last 4 pages done. It may take me all 4. I don't expect to be here for 4 hours, but it may take me all night. Y'all, I can't have this take all night. I'm literally sitting here just looking at this blank page. That shadow is just so much. Okay. That's not really helping anything. You just see my shadow. Getting distracted because I have artist block. It's a blockage. I can't figure out these next 4 pages. I don't know how I slammed out 9 pages or 10 pages in one night, even starting from blockage, and now I can't even do the one. I think I'm pushing myself too hard. I definitely think I may be pushing myself too hard to actually create something on command. Even if it's something that I really want to do, I think the pressure is on. Let's see, erase this line here. Come on, page, what are we trying to do? Do you just have to reference old stuff for inspiration's sake? No, it's not going to link up with this. we are all just sitting here looking at this blank piece of paper. This is a trip. I don't know if this is going to happen tonight. I think I've been sitting here for 40 minutes so far, trying to come up with a page 12 for this book, and it just has not happened yet, and I don't know that it will. I don't necessarily have to go in order. But, yeah, I don't know if this is happening right now. Already halfway through my allotted time for tonight, and so far I've done nothing. Kind of discouraging. I mean, maybe I should just kind of focus on whatever this is trying to be. Well, you know, let's just go for it. Let's see where this takes us. Do we kill the king? Is that what just happened here? Or is he the king? And as always, working through the block is really just accepting the scene that was already trying to happen. I don't know what this is. Okay, well, I don't really know what page this is, but it's definitely not page 12. It's probably somewhere in the middle, maybe the second to last page or something. But I'm glad it's here. So let's go ahead and take this one out, and then maybe if we work backwards, which is kind of what I was trying to do anyway, but maybe we'll actually get somewhere. So where are we? So it's 12, 13, 14, 15. So maybe this is page 14. My fingernails are so dirty. Okay, yeah, maybe this is page 14. Oh, you know what? Something did come to me that I wanted to do earlier, so maybe I just do that. I can't believe it took me a whole hour to get through that block. This was actually kind of related to the acrylic thing that I wanted to do tonight, but I think it does fit here. I mean, I may still do that as an acrylic study, so. We do this. Oh yeah, that's a good angle. It's a very good angle. We do that. We can, yeah, this can be page 15. We can actually go ahead and close the book on this scene, maybe. Definitely know that this is page 15, 100%. So let's look at that again. Even break up the graphite a little bit. Here we go. Oop. Okay. So that is page 15. This one still doesn't quite fit. I don't think this is a page 14. This is probably a page 13. But it's definitely not page 12. It's somewhere in the middle. Just doing this just to block off their outfits where people are actually standing. I think I want to move this the moon a little lower. There we go. There's a little halo around it. Okay. Oh, you guys, story just came to me, and I think it works. So yeah, I think this should be a page 13. So we have page 13 and page 15. It only took an hour to arrive. I'm only hard on myself right now because I only allotted myself just a couple of hours for tonight, and I've already used half of that time just getting through 8 minutes, or maybe 10 minutes of, I'll be generous, 10 minutes of actually drawing because it actually came. So I don't want to extend any longer than I have to. And this is not going to be a very interesting stream, unfortunately. 2 hours of what got done. So, I don't know. Maybe I will, on Wednesday, have a real serious sit down, let's do this type of stream. Tonight is, well, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. Tonight, for Artist Technic, we are finishing up these pages, and we're trying out theories, and we're spending our time actually focusing on things, anything to, I guess, to justify what just happened here in the past hour. So, it's just, I'm not happy with how I just spent my time here. So, let's just kind of do the thing. Page 13 and page 15 look really good. So, what happens next? Alright, we have gone for an hour. Give me a minute. I do need to take a quick break just to, recoup myself here. Okay. Just needed that moment. Here's we get back to that block, and I see it happening, so maybe just go with it. No, I don't like it. Maybe not just go with it. I don't know what's happening here. Is not necessarily what I wanted to do. Let's go back to these pages here. 13 and 15. So we need to get here, and then we need to get here. If it takes up this whole second hour to get these last 2 pages, I'm going to be really upset. Because I feel it already just not really coming together the way I want it to. Two more pages. We're done. And I can't even think of what they need to be. Well, no, I can think of what they want to be. I just don't like that. So, well, you know what? Let's do a thing. Let's do this thing. Here's our page 14. This is kind of what I want. And I'll take the reasonable facsimile because I think it just looks like a better image. I think he needs to be in the middle. So what I want to do let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, so we're not spending another hour doing this. So a lot of the story here is just kind of more or less relevant to me and would be completely like a lot of his, and I think this is a thing that happens with, as I'm stammering through this, I think a thing that happens with creators is that, a lot of our works tend to be like inside stories. Like you had to have been there to get the reference type of thing. I feel like this is no different, but that's why it's important for me to tell this story. Because it's, meaningful to me. So we'll figure out the hair a little later, but I think this is exactly what it needs to be. And right now, the story that's unfolding in my head is hitting like all the major marks of the world that I need it to do. So it's, it's tying everything together in the exact way that I needed to tie everything together. So for me right now as a creator, I'm in my head like, oh my God, this is so amazing. And I can't wait to, really get this out. And no one else is going to have that enthusiasm because no one else knows the story because I haven't told it. And that's why we're making the book in the first place. So here we go. This is our page 14. Maybe it's page 14. How do we know it's not page 12? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is page 14. Do I want a sword in his hand? I don't know. Maybe we'll come back to that little element there. But that is... that page. Yes, actually, I think this is page 14. So we have 13, 14, and then finally 15. So we're keeping up with the theme, which isn't really a theme, it's the main thrust of the whole story. So page 14. There we go. And finally, the one that should have started it all, page 12. Let's go back to page 11. Let's look at what's happening here. I mean, Act 1, Scene 3 should be looking at just this. Come on, page 12. What's happening here? Well, actually, I'm going to do something real quick. I just kind of want to see where the rest of this is. So let's say that so far 2 scenes of Act 1 have been penciled and sketched out, so... No, I think that's fine. I thought I was missing a page from the beginning, and maybe that's what page 12 is trying to tell me, but no, it's not. It's page 12 is just being difficult. Difficult. Maybe I'll take a drink of water and maybe something will come to me. Nope. Alright, so let's review. 13, 14, 15. You know what? Maybe I'll go back to this. Oh, excuse me. This is a really interesting image. It's almost religious in its composition, which, I mean, is kind of intentional. Let's do this instead. Let's put these people further in the background. And I'm going to make them a little taller so that they're not quite so far behind this person here. do that. So we have the curve of the space. Gives us an idea of where people are standing. They're all shrouded and cloaked and whatnot, so not worried about details at the moment. Okay, I guess that's page 12. Finally. Again, it only took 2 hours. I'm so upset at myself. So upset at myself. Alright. TNIOV P12. And there it is. 15 pages of story penciled. So, as in any comic book, in order to really understand the story, it can't be just told through images. It has to be told through words. So, what's going to happen next is, as I'm working on the inks tomorrow, I'll be also not necessarily laying down the dialogue, but kind of blocking it, at least in my own head. You know, kind of getting a feel for what it should be, what it sounds like. Okay. So here's 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's go through the whole thing, shall we? Because we finally have all 15 pages penciled. Here's our cover. Move you over here. Page 1, or image 1, will probably be, whoops, no, come back. So I'll probably come up with a book plate that would kind of look pretty much like that, the way I did that there. And the way I did that there. So I think, yeah, I'll definitely do something like this. And that way, this can be 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. And then last rear cover. That. With this. Something like that as like the last page, or page 32 and inside cover. So it'll pretty much have the same format as this one here. And that'll keep everything kind of consistent in its look. So that, we can say, is ready for detail and ink on Wednesday. That's Wednesday. Next, I do still need to get to the art store and pick up more of my watercolor blocks to focus on Knight's name. So this is the paper that I use. I'm thinking instead of doing like the 2-page spreads that I did there, what it'll probably be is just like a 1-page splash page. So it'll be just like, this is 1 page, here's the next page, and it'll all be in the same vein as that. So it'll be a single watercolor image, each page its own illustration. And then that's just how the pages will be designed. The original version was the same size of paper, only thing was, it was very much like the original, which was a 2-page spread on everything. I mean, I still have some time to think about that and decide if I really want to do that, but that's probably how that will be. I want to kind of piece through Knight's name a little more carefully. Because this, I mean, not that it will get kind of a whole re-establishment of the story and rewrite, but this was like the first real, takeoff of this series, and it was going to be a little more stuff happening, a little more plot heavy. Whereas the Night is Our Victory is more the establishment or the myth. The mythic telling of the origin of the Ternathi people. Knight's name is like definitely leading towards historic reenactment. It picks up from the end of this story and goes into like ancestral memory in a way. It's like there are things that happen during this time that are part of the tales that are passed down throughout the different families and the clans, but that's kind of where Knight's name is. It's that personal, whereas the Night is Our Victory, like I said, is like that ancient myth is told in that way. This is much more of a person's retelling of the story of the flight of the Ternathi. And then finally, let me get my paper ready. The Death of Winter is much more the history book version. It's, the actual history that was like examined, recorded type of thing. So it's kind of what I'm looking at. And anyway, these pages will definitely be like a 2-page thing. So I still have to print up my pages for this of what's going to happen and how. So, my layouts as I do. And so if we do this is a 60 sheets right here. So that's 120 pages of story. So that'll be a pretty nice size graphic novel. So that is that. Alright, it is now an hour and a half of me talking to you about my plans for these books. I am going to call it, this was a challenging night, so I am going to call it. So thank you everyone for stopping in, and just kind of hanging out with me as I struggle through penciling pages. we're just gonna end it. I am exhausted and just not really thinking clearly, I guess. So thank you everyone for coming by. I hope you have a wonderful day. Good night.